Hey guys, Tattoo for You Richard here, and it's just time for my dropping magnets. Whoa. Tiny little boogers too. It's time for my Wierd Wednesday update vlog thingamabobber. So today I am putting magnets in immortal torsos and on their spinal columns. All while just chit-chatting with you for a minute. Not gonna be a super long video. Just kind of just hang out for a bit and just say, hey, how's it going? Talk about a few things and stuff. Um, so things going on. We are going to be starting our 24-day challenge this coming week. Yeah, this week. 24-day challenge is my wife sells Advocare. It's a health and wellness company. She's a distributor for them and all that jazz. But they have this thing called a 24-day challenge, and it's like you're cleansing and you're replacing the stuff that you cleanse out and get rid of with good vitamins, and just kind of getting back your kickstarting your body's systems to do its natural thing. I've been wanting to do it again for a while because every time I do it, I do really good on it. Really starts to make I start feeling a lot better. Well, I feel quite a bit better anyway. So I'm dying to get back on it, and finally we're gonna do it. Get that rolling. There's a group on Facebook that a friend of ours started. It's a 24-day challenge. Like, she's doing like a whole thing for it. So I'll make sure it's on the right side. Sorry. I have my little magnet stick, body, and gun, so I wanted to make sure I was on the body part. But yeah, so we're gonna be starting that. The group start date is the 7th, which is today, or to the 10th. You have those, that time frame to get kicked off, and then everybody's gonna kind of watch each other and just help each other out. And there's of course, a little contest, who can do the best in the situation in the whole process. So we want to do it. Like I said, we've been wanting to do it for a while. I always tend to do pretty decent. I lose up to about 20 pounds a shot at each time. It's difficult. It's hard, because I mean it helps your system getting the good vitamins and good nutrients and stuff, and then kickstart your system to just being healthier all the way around. Don't typically eat terribly around here. Of course, we do have it every once in a while, but we're a vegetable-loving family, and we eat chicken like crazy. Um, but I have my own personal issues. Try not to drink sodas. Sodas are horrible. I stay away from them like the plague, but I love them too. I'm also addicted to them. Dr. Pepper is my vice. I love it so much. I drink one Dr. Pepper and I'm fiending for more. And I've actually had quite a few recently, sadly. But I try to stay away from them. I try to drink water constantly, nonstop, all day long. But this 24-day challenge is to help me kick start it again, get back in that mindset, and get on the right track once more to doing good stuff, which will hopefully help me kind of with my leg situation, doing this challenge and then kind of kicking it off good. Hopefully get some good feeling and vibe and energy and stuff in it, and some of this pain that I have in my legs, I can kind of tone it out, because sometimes I just can't. It just hurts, Try to walk and go from point A to point B, and something as simple as getting up and going in the other room, like going to the kitchen, is say maybe I'll say 30 feet away. I get 10 feet, 15 feet into it, and my legs, they're useless. I feel fine, but my legs just start getting so tight, and like I can feel them swell, which is stupid. That by the time I made it to the kitchen, I'm like, my legs are exhausted. They're crap. So I have to sit in the kitchen for a minute. Yes, I said sit. Um, doing what I need to do in the kitchen, doing dishes, or if I'm getting me a drink or something, like filling up my water cup, making dinner. I just had to stay in there for a while, which stinks too because I'm sitting on this little ice chest in there, and my lumps hang on my legs, and they swell even more. So by the time I get up, yeah, my legs are no longer exhausted, but then my legs feel like they weigh twice what they weighed when I walked in there. So it makes it even worse. Sounds like a mosquito bit me. This house has been full of mosquitoes lately. I was about to scratch myself with that knife. Not on purpose. Alright, so all those bodies are done. But yeah, anyway, so we're gonna start this challenge. Try to get more focused, try to do things, try to push myself a little bit more. And I've decided that typically when I push myself and I overdo it, I get sick. Well, that was awesome. I just chunked my little stick. Good thing it's a magnet. It caught onto this chain over there. But you probably saw that little tiny bit in the camera right there. So yeah, I'm gonna push myself, and if I get sick, I get sick. Oh well. I'm just gonna spend a couple days crapped out in the bed, or however. I can't crap it out in the bed because I cook dinner around here, and I help get the kids up and ready for school in the morning. My wife's a busy girl. She works. She's a good trooper, man. She is a wonderful, amazing, awesome woman. Does so much around here. And I try to do what I can, but it's definitely not a quarter of what she does, that's for sure. So, anyway, like I said, if I get sick from this, I'll get sick. Cool. It happens, and then as soon as I feel better, I'm gonna jump right back into doing what I was doing before that got me sick in the first place. I'll push myself again until eventually, that's what they say. You push yourself until it works, right? So, yeah. Hopefully here soon, my situation, my benefits will be fixed and dealt with. We're working on them. Hopefully they'll give me a call today. If not, I'll call them back. But I'm trying to figure that out because I need to get into the doctor and get stuff checked out and see if I can get back into treatment once this is all done. I have a feeling, though, once I get my benefits back, they take a year to kickstart. So I may have them back but not be able to utilize them for a year, which stinks, but it is what it is. At least the situation will be fixed. And then I can start this good process over again and hopefully have the proper help I need. So we'll see on that note. So I'm trying to think of what else. I think that's it. I don't want to go too much more on that. But I will say, like, some of my Wierd Wednesdays will probably be, my little Wierd Wednesday vlog will probably be me and my process through this challenge. Kind of like a weekly diary of where I'm at, how I feel. So fair warning to people, it could get real. Like, I try to be real every day, no matter what, on these things anyway. But it might get really real. Even to the point of my depression could come out a little bit in these videos. But don't worry. I think it's going to help me. Airing it out will help me feel better, ultimately. I've actually come to grips with the fact that I am depressed to the point of I could be have to be medicated for it. And then anxiety, don't even get me started about anxiety. That's another whole ball of wax and worms that I don't want to get on right now. It's funny, the people that don't see anxiety as a real issue for people. Something as simple as a phone call from the church, saying, hey, would you like to do a talk? We thought about you maybe could do a talk on one of the Sundays. And of course, I'm trying to keep from sweating and breaking down and like seriously having a breakdown over this phone call because of my anxiety issues. It's ridiculous. I hate it. I hate it, I tell you. But it's part of life, something we deal with. You know, some people have issues worse than others, and you just gotta. They do the best they can, and they gotta work through it. And that's what I do. I try to work through it. I think my biggest enemy sometimes is myself. You know, my head starts messing with me. I start thinking things. I get stuck in a circle. You know, start feeling down on myself. Start thinking issues, thinking about that and this and that and the other. Then I put in my head. I think about how other people see me and envision me, and then that starts kicking it too. Sorry, I'm cleaning a pallet off now. I have a bunch of dried paint on here. I want to get the big chunks off before I go wash it. But yeah, I think that's definitely a big issue. You know, I have people that care about me a lot and love me a lot, and then in my head sometimes I put it in there that they're just upset with me constantly and like look at me and you know my it's like you have a person in your head that doesn't like you very much, and then it makes it sound like I'm crazy. I have a person that lives in my head and he talks to me all the time. Um, but no, you feel like you have somebody else in your head, and no matter how happy you want to be and how confident you are, that person's constantly belittling you and berating you. But the problem is that person is yourself. That person is doing it to you, you know? And normally in a normal situation, if somebody's doing that to you in real life, most people would stand up for themselves to be like, shut the before I deck you and you like that? You know, that would happen. That's real life, you know. But when it's you inside your head, you don't have that opportunity to say that. You try, but it's like your head reigns more power over you. This person in your head is like, yeah, it's you. It's you doing it to yourself. And you just have to sit there and listen to it because you're like thinking at the same time, you're like, well, this is me. You know, this has got to be true, even though it's not, you know. These people really don't like me. They're really talking about me behind my back. They're saying this, they're saying that, you know. Yeah, it's a struggle. I mean, I know there's tons of people out there that deal with it. I know a few of my fellow war gamers. I know they go through stuff like this too, you know. Anxiety and depression and stuff like that. It's a pain, man. It's one good thing I have this hobby to kind of break it apart and help me. My family's great. They help me a lot too, but sometimes it's even I just can't defeat that voice in my head even with just family, you know. I have to actually take myself out of a situation into a whole other world of like focusing on painting, focusing on drawing, or focusing on something and just tuning out the entire outside world, everything that's around you, just to make those voices and words stop. That negative hatred. I love this thing. It's so silly, but it's so true. It's a meme I saw one time. It's a lady, you know, it's a black and white. This lady, she's like kind of sitting on the floor, you know, kind of has her hands in her head, and she just kind of there's against the wall. You know, it's like you're looking down at her, and then the meme says, I'm gonna paraphrase it because I don't know if I can get it exactly right, but it says, if you had friends who treated you the same way you treat yourself, would those people be your friends anymore? And it's like, man, that sucks because it's so true. It's like, yeah, you wouldn't want friends around you like that, you know. And if you're sitting there telling yourself you're stupid, and you're constantly making mistakes and stuff like that, a friend, you wouldn't have them around anymore. But when it's you yourself saying it, you can't unfriend yourself. This isn't Facebook world in your head. So yeah, it's tough. It's difficult. I hope those magnets got in there straight and square. They look like they did. Well, that one's a little off center, but that one. Oh, they're headless. I gotta put the heads on too. Um. So yeah. Anyway, that's enough of that talk. Sorry, I went a little deep on that one. Um. But yeah, that's my situations in a nutshell. So we'll be starting that 24-day challenge soon and getting back on track and getting the happiness level up even more. Um, Hobby news. Not a lot. I've been sitting here thinking. I've been thinking quite a lot about how fluff and storyline aspects of the hobby. How to tie things in. Because I have my Kroot and my Vespid proxies. My Kroot proxies are the Imperial Guardsmen. Don't have those yet, so I can't show them off because I haven't done them yet. But that's what I want to do. The Bulgrins or the Ogrins will be the Krutoks and stuff, and then just Imperial Guard for the Kroot. But the Vespid proxies are the Scions that I put those jump packs on. I have the one painted up. Not in here, it's in yonder. But I have the one painted up, that guy, and I want to work on a way like how to come across them. I thought about it'll be the same place. They find them when the Imperial Guardsmen, because Scions kind of hang out. But I was like, no, I want to do something different. And then I got to thinking, I was like, I have this Imperial Knight in there. And recently I've been trying to come up with a good fluff story behind my Knight, because I like giving fluff stories to everybody. Come up with a fluff storyline to all my models and all my kits. I'm going to pause for a minute on my working over here. Just things about them. How can I create a fluff? How can I add to my fluff of my story and my universe, That still ties into the great grand scheme of 40K universe. And so I got to thinking, Imperial Knights, they're these houses that have pledged their allegiance to the Imperium and stuff like that. And I'm like, what if my house, because I painted up my Imperial Knight like my personal family's coat of arms and stuff. It's like, what if my house, a long time ago, or the some of the heads of the house had been tried by the Inquisitors, by the Inquisitors, and found to be heretics, against the Emperor and stuff like that, aiding and abetting the Xenos, cause and stuff and all this jazz. So the house was taken from them. Some of the ancestors were killed, and the planet wiped out. But before that happened, a group of the family got off the planet, took a ship, a big massive cruiser, and they live on it. They're spacefarers. They go through space. They're I guess free blades is what they're called, the ones that help out the highest bidder, more or less, like mercenaries or whatever. But that's what the house has become. So I thought about it. I was like, oh, cool. I could get a couple more Knights. Do one as my brother, one as me, and one as my dad. I was thinking, I was like, I'll use the one in there as my dad because he's already bald. Just kidding. I love you, Pops. But anyway, I decided that could be my dad. That'd be cool. That's my dad's Imperial Knight. And I'll get a couple more later on down the line, whenever. And make that my brother, and then make one for me. And then I was like, oh, cool. What if I did this? And this helps with tie-in with my Tau storyline. That, along with that, they have some Scions that I'll paint up in the same house colors. I'll get a few Scions. And then I'll have the Crimson Vespid as part of that house. But they're like the elite soldiers of them. And so that's how we tie them together. Because I wanted my first narrative campaign to be like kind of a Space Hulk battle, Kill Team style Space Hulk, with my daughter's army. And, or one of the first ones. So, yeah, so then they come across this derelict ship that's kind of just floating in space right now, and they don't know why. There's a distress beacon. So, Tau, for the greater good, they want to go help them out. And then they go over there, and it's my Imperial Knights house. you know, and they go and they more or less rescue them from this Tyranid threat that's taking over their ship. Mainly gene stealers and gaunts and stuff like that. You know, different things that kind of just, yeah. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, that'd be perfect, and that's how I tie them in. You know, because they saved them, helped them repair their ship and other things. They these Vespid the Crimson Vespid are now like pledged their allegiance. The way we all like will help. You know, now they're like a lot allies, I guess, with the Tau. Not saying I'll be bringing Imperial Knights on the board because I won't do that, but that's their allies, their allegiance will be how they got the Crimson Vespids. So to work for them, a group of them went off to help the Tau. So yeah, I think that'll work out pretty good. I think it'll be kind of cool, like nice little narrative story. I'm gonna work it out more when I actually do it. I have big dreams with this narrative campaign and bat reps I want to do, like comic strip style dialogue and narratives, and yeah, leading into the actual battle on the game. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun for sure. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today's Wierd Wednesday, guys. I'm gonna get back to work on these things, get these heads glued on, let this stuff dry up, and then I'll probably start painting some of these warriors, start knocking them out. I love you so much, guys. I thank you so much. Tell me what you think about the Imperial Knight bit. You can tell me what you think about the other stuff too. You know, it's up to you. I really want to get the Imperial Knight Codex. I want to get all the codexes, or at least a good chunk of them that I really enjoy, and start reading the fluff, because fluff is awesome. But yeah, guys, I love you. I thank you so much. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, Wednesday, week, everything. Just have wonderful everything, guys. I love you so much. Have a happy nerd life. I'll see you later.